What's going on, Jerome? So your Minnesota Vikings have landed a true blue winner at quarterback in JJ McCarthy, and a lot has been made about his 63-3 record as a starter, high school and college. Won two straight state titles in high school, then won a national title at IMG his senior season, and then went to Michigan, and it's been kind of okay, pretty okay. So 27-1 as the starter in Ann Arbor, one-time national champion. Won the Big Ten 3 times, twice as a starter, first team All Big Ten, blah, 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 blah. Never lost to Ohio State, which is kind of big. 2 straight Big Ten titles, 2 straight college football playoff appearances, won the Natty, like I said. His only loss to TCU. And, of course, he took on the Stephon Diggs look, except he was actually serious about it, right? So all the talk is like all he does is win no matter what. And I understand. A lot of people say, well, those Michigan teams were stacked around him. Yeah, I mean, there was a ton of talent there in Michigan. 14 players drafted, leading all colleges in this year's draft. Fully understand that. But which offensive lineman from Michigan would you say is going to be a Pro Bowler? I mean, they're all good. Trust me. I mean, Zinter, if he gets back from the injury, sure. And also his best receiver, Roman Wilson, is probably going to be a wide receiver too at best in this league. So it's not like he was surrounded by, I don't know, Malik Neighbors and Rome Odunze type players. Who knows? Who knows, man? But long story longer, all this talks like, well, you can't win a Super Bowl with a game manager. But then you forget, like, Brock Purdy was a couple of Kyle Shanahan mistakes away from becoming a game manager Super Bowl winner. Plus, what people really forget is the OG Michigan quarterback, Tom Brady. Tom freaking Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, Tom Brady, for the first couple of Patriots Super Bowls, was a game manager. His job was to hand the ball off to like Antoine Smith and Corey Dillon and not screw things up for Belichick's defense. That's what he was. And yeah, did have that drive at the end by checking down and taking what was there, hitting Kevin Falk, and then putting Vinatieri in position to win. Yes, that does take cojones, but let's not act like Tom Brady was throwing for 350 and 4 touchdowns in all of these Super Bowls. So, yes, you can get it done. And also, this could be why Belichick loves him some JJ McCarthy, right? And so, reasons for winning and all this stuff. So, first off, the hockey toughness. I think that will carry through, and I think that will make him very popular in the great state of Minnesota. Also, the winning mindset is contagious. He's also a humble, hard worker. He knows what he doesn't know, and he doesn't come into the NFL thinking that he invented football. And some of these quarterbacks certainly do. Also, like the winning mindset, like I said, it is contagious. You saw the way that it bled through his team in Michigan. It's probably going to bleed through here in Minnesota. Even though all you have is jaded professionals, this team is young. They want to win. And you pair that up with Justin Jefferson, who all he wants to do is win. That's exactly it. Plus, so leadership takes on a lot of forms. So you could be the rah-rah, sis, boom, ball, win one for the Gipper type leader, or you could be the guy who works his ass off, first in the building, last to leave, and setting the standard up here. What you tolerate is the standard, and McCarthy, I don't think, is going to tolerate a lot of incompetence around him, right? So I think that he's going to lead the way in that fashion, and it's going to contagious take over the entire locker room. And Kwesi and Kevin McConnell have talked about building culture. McCarthy could be the absolute cornerstone, capstone culture piece. Also, he doesn't turn the ball over. 44 touchdowns, 9 touchdown-interception ratio last 2 years, and that's something that Belichick harped on, is that he isn't going to make the mistake that's going to kill your team, that's going to kill chances in the game. And that does factor in the whole QB wins thing, where the quarterback doesn't make mistakes and gives you a chance to win. That's important, too. And like I said, giving the offense a chance. So there's a great line from Nick Saban where he talks about his quarterbacks, where basically don't make a mistake. If a possession ends in a kick, whether a field goal, an extra point after a touchdown, or a punt, that's a good possession. Because, yeah, punt, all that stuff. But as long as you're not making back-breaking, boneheaded mistakes and interceptions, forcing the ball where it doesn't need to be, misreading coverages, fumbling, making mistakes, all that stuff, that matters. It does. Also makes clutch plays when needed. Third down, fourth quarter. When he was asked to make big-time plays, he did. Absolutely. Also placement for receivers. So you notice that So since McCarthy generally takes what the defense gives him, the placement is very good, where he's not throwing hospital balls out there. He's not putting the ball in spots where his receiver has to stretch back and blah, 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 and they lose yards after catch. Placement is important, and that's something that Kevin O'Connell has stressed adamantly throughout the draft process. Also, mobility to extend plays, and 632 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns, buying extra time. Is he the runner like a Jaden Daniels? No. No, he isn't. But he doesn't need to be. Plus, if you watch a lot of those Michigan games, it's not so much when he takes off and runs, although that is going to be nice for a young quarterback, but buying that extra time in the pocket, stepping up, sliding one way or the other, giving his offensive line a better chance, and he can stand in and make play. Also, he will stand in the pocket. He will take a shot to deliver a ball. Now, that's important too. And lastly, like, no ego. All he wants to do is win, because some quarterbacks, let's face it, I mean, if you give them truth serum, it's like, hey, we lost, but I still put up 350 and 4 touchdowns. They'll take that, right? And McCarthy is humble enough to say, hey, we made it to a national title game. Hey, we're running the ball down Washington's throat. I'm not all of a sudden just going to be like, where's my passing yards? I will throw 18 times in a national title game and we'll win, and that's all that matters. And that, it doesn't seem like a shtick. It doesn't seem like he's being a fake team player. That's who JJ McCarthy is. That's what he is. Also, down the line, but doesn't JJ McCarthy strike you as the kind of guy who would leave money on the table to make sure that the team has cash to throw around some of his other guys? I think so. Not just going to hoover up every single nickel available. It's kind of refreshing. But yes, the whole thing about it was like, well, is QB wins a stat? I don't think that QB wins is a stat, but I think that it's an indicator. And I think that it's not an accident that all these great quarterbacks who put in the work, who put the team first, they magically just happen to win. It's kind of crazy how things work out. But your thoughts are our thoughts. All JJ McCarthy does his win, putting a 63-3 high school and college record into context. Listen to your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.